Be sure to follow us on TikTok at MysticSage1 for daily anime content.
My Hero Academia, a fascinating series in terms of both development and the story itself. It's written by artist Kohei Horikoshi. Remember that name because I'll be mentioning him a lot in today's video. I'm covering 20 interesting facts about MHA that you may not know already, so get ready for another dive into the My Hero Academia universe. Spoiler warning, there may be some details in here that you wouldn't know if you don't read the manga. But with that said, let's get started. Some of the girls were originally designed to be boys, but Horikoshi wanted to make sure Class 1A had more of an equal gender balance, so a few were reworked to be female. The biggest one is probably Froppy, who also started out much less froggy in appearance. Bubble Girl and Centipeter were both designed by fans. In fact, Bubble Girl was designed to be a UA student, but she ended up being developed into an older character. It's speculated that this is because of her revealing costume, which might have been inappropriate for a 16-year-old. Bakugo started out as a much kinder person in his original design, but Horikoshi thought this might be boring, so he changed into a rude, aggressive character to give more variety in the class. His current personality matches his explosive concept and design much more closely. Bonus fact, his name comes from Bakuha, which is the Japanese word for explosion. The Baku part can also mean bomb. All of the one-for-all quirk users have a number in their name that shows the order they inherited the quirk. Izuku contains the number 9, Yanagi contains the number 8, Nana means 7, and so on. The only exception is N, the 6th user, whose name is linked to his own smokescreen quirk since it means smoke. Before the MHA story structure was fully locked in, Deku was designed as an adult who didn't get a quirk at all. Instead, he would use homemade support items to perform hero work, vigilante style. Design sketches show him taller and less cheerful too. The change to a school setting and student characters was to appeal more to Shonen Jump's younger audience. It's well known that MHA takes inspiration from comic book heroes, like All Might resembling Superman, but Todoroki has a different likeness. He's frequently compared to Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. From his burn scar on the same part of his face to powerful fire powers his father tried to train in an abusive way. However, it's not clear if this is a direct reference, inspiration, or just a coincidence. Either way, both end up being fan favorite characters. Speaking of Superman, Horikoshi once answered a question in an interview about who would win in a fight, All Might or Superman. The author responded that Superman would win, specifically because of his laser vision. In the same interview, he said that out of all the superheroes he could put into MHA for a crossover, he would choose Deadpool. Present Mike is based on an actual radio DJ called Hisashi Yamada. Since Present Mike's name is just Hisashi Yamada, the inspiration is obvious. The real-life counterpart's website is called Yamada Mike, and he even has blonde hair. Present Mike was originally supposed to be bald and less energetic, so taking inspiration from real life made him a considerably more likable character. Gran Torino is inspired by Yoda, as a small old man who acts as a mentor. His design and personality do remind us of Yoda, so it's a well-done reference. On the other hand, Gran Torino's quirk was inspired by being in the shower, making Horikoshi think of a type of power that would come out of the feet, like jets of water from the showerhead. Bonus Star Wars related fact. There's a Tatooine train station in the city right at the beginning of the MHA series. One of the main comic book inspirations for the whole story was Spider-Man. As Horikoshi's favorite comic, it influenced many of the themes of the series, like heroes wanting to bring a smile to people's faces. It also makes sense that MHA became a story revolving around teenagers, considering Peter Parker is meant to be pretty young. Another inspiration for Horikoshi is Dragon Ball, with All Might in particular based on some features from Goku. He also used to practice drawing by copying Dragon Ball characters. One Piece is another of his favorites, and before he got his own stories in Shonen Jump, he actually had some art published in the segment that showcased fan art, in a volume of the One Piece manga. Deadlines for manga can be pretty strict, and in MHA, a lot of fights are given less time in the manga than the anime. Because the anime is behind the manga, they can fill out the time with a bit more detail. For example, the sports festival fights and the internships are given considerably more detail in the anime. It means we get further info about some of those fights that were only shown as flashbacks or a few panels in the manga. MHA is developed from a one-shot manga by Horikoshi called My Hero. It had the character Jack Midoriya, who later became student Izuku as the quirkless protagonist. But did you know that the only character to make it over from the one-shot into the main series was Snipe? He hardly changed from his origin in My Hero to where he is now, although he takes a much similar role in MHA. Midnight was intended to be the homeroom teacher for Class 1A, but her design ended up too provocative, so she was replaced in the role by Eraserhead. Endeavor was also going to be a UA teacher at first, but it was decided that the school would be too powerful with the two top heroes working there, so the idea was scrapped. It's definitely more interesting to see the students struggle before they succeed. Ochako's design was changed from her having Mount Lady's quirk to her zero gravity quirk, because the ability to grow giant was supposedly too difficult for a young student to deal with. However, Momo's quirk was given to her as one of the most impressive in the class, because Horikoshi thought it would be interesting to see a student learning how to use it rather than an adult who already mastered it. The MHA anime is made by the animation production company Studio Bones. They're famous for high-quality animation, especially from the animator Yutaka Nakamura. If there's a fight scene in MHA you think is incredibly well done, it's very possible it was animated by him. Other shows Studio Bones have made include Mob Psycho 100, Fullmetal Alchemist, and Soul Eater. Let's take a quick look at a few more references to comic book and pop culture characters you might have missed. All for One references Darth Vader. Toga's equipment is a nod to Bane from Batman. Mina was going to be named Ridley Hero Alien Queen, as a reference to the Alien movies. Shishida is similar to Beast from X-Men. And finally, Sato, aka Sugarman, looks a lot like 80s manga superhero Kinnikuman. Todoroki has the O blood type, which should be impossible considering Endeavor has the AB type, unless Endeavor has a specific genetic mutation. Since quirks are believed to be a genetic mutation, this is entirely possible, but must be incredibly rare. Todoroki also has heterochromia, meaning his two eyes are two different colors, and could be a chimera since his hair is also two colors split down the middle. That would mean he possibly started out as a twin, where the other died during the pregnancy, or it could just be another genetic quirk that isn't explained yet in the story. Some of the voice actors are cast very appropriately for their characters. David Wald, the English voice of Tetsu Tetsu, also voiced Gajiel in Fairy Tail, who has almost the same power. The meme character, who's known as Can't You See Kid, looks like Natsu Dragonil, and shares his English voice actor too. And All Might's Spanish dub voice actor voiced Superman in the Superman animated series. Horikoshi has said that he regrets making Bakugo as obnoxious as he did. At one point, he even told Deku to jump off a roof, which many fans justifiably found disgusting. However, after he started to be written as more of a rival instead of a bully, he became a favorite among fans, and Horikoshi said he was surprised that he got so popular. That's 20 My Hero Academia facts for you. I hope you've learned something new today. Let me know in the comments if you know anything else about the series that I didn't include. With that being said though, I'm Mystic Sage. Thanks so much for watching. Before the video closes out, I just want to thank you so much for your support during this month of July. I'm uploading every day, and with all the different anime I'm covering, I know there's a little bit for everyone. Also, if you want a little more Mystic Sage, head on over to TikTok and check us out over there for more fun, bite-sized anime videos. I've also got an Amazon store where I sell tons of Pokemon and anime merch too, so check it out. For real this time though, thanks again for watching. I'm Mystic Sage, and I'll see you tomorrow with more amazing anime content.